I can't believe this. But I guess I shouldn't be shocked. But I didn't expect to hear this news. I really didn't. I saw this title. I was like, you got to be kidding me. It is getting more and more dangerous for them. This is crazy.
Got it. Let's bring in the Acting Ice Director, Todd Lyons, to join us right now. Director, you get a call on the radio, 1033, an officer assists call, you show up. What do you make of not only the audio evidence, but also the real life experience of your federal agents of them not showing up to the call?
Hey, Lawrence, yeah, it's sad because seriously, all law enforcement will respond to any other brother or sister in law enforcement that's in need. And that's what didn't happen here in Chicago. You have 30 Border Patrol agents that are being swarmed, pinned in, attacked. You have a domestic terrorist that was doxing agents and officers. She has a firearm in the vehicle. They have to return fire. Yet the officers of Chicago PD are told to stand down. It just shows where we're at right now with the sad state of law enforcement going on in Illinois, is the fact that you had other federal officers under attack, yet because of politics and because of the way some people feel about immigration
crazy. They're ordered
they
not to help them.
Federal law enforcement officers.
You also have bounties now, according to the Secretary of Homeland Security, against some of your officers as well?
We are, yeah. Can't really get into it because of criminal intelligence in some of the cases we're working, but we've seen an uptick in actual bounties, photos of agents and agency leadership as being targets of attack by gangs and cartels. It really just has to stop. And again, all the men and women of ICE are doing are going out there and enacting the laws that Congress has written. It's a law enforcement mission. We do it every day.
I wonder how many agents are quitting because of this and what they've been facing.
Doing it for decades, yet right now, the men and women of ICE are in the crosshairs of some of the most extreme leftist terrorists.
Yeah, and it's coming from the criminals, but it's also coming from elected officials, too, with some of the rhetoric that they're putting out there. Let's play something from the Sunday shows. Let's watch it.
They broke windows, they broke down doors, they ransacked the place, and there were people that were held, elderly people and children zip-tied. Elderly people held for 3 hours at a time. They are the ones that are making it a war zone. They need to get out of Chicago.
If anybody is targeting anyone, it is out-of-control ICE agents targeting, again, zip-tying children, throwing reporters onto the ground, separating children from their mothers, trying to convince schools to turn over kids from public schools. They are ranging through the streets of Chicago, trying to intimidate everyday, ordinary citizens.
So the zip ties are used for law enforcement to cuff people as well when you have a lot of folks that you're dealing with. But explain, Mr. Director, the zip tying controversy.
Well, first off, Lawrence, what's really sad is a lot of these elected officials haven't had boots on the ground. They haven't seen what the men and women of ICE are going through. Secretary Noem put herself in harm's way to make sure the men and women were supported, and she showed what true leadership was because she got on the ground and she saw exactly what's going on. Now, to the controversy about that raid on a seized apartment complex that TDA, Tenerife Lager, took over, right, that the city didn't take any action on. Of course, when we go to a scene, we have to secure everyone at the scene to make sure it's safe for all law enforcement. But we've seen so many AI fake photos of supposed ICE and Border Patrol agents zip tying small children. That is just not the case. What they need to do is realize...
I saw something, too, where they were talking about, told you they was going to start coming for us, black people. So, I don't know, some apartment buildings were raided or something, and some black people got detained or whatever. And I saw a guy today in my feed on Twitter, and he was saying, they talking about all this. He said, I live here. He said they were targeting these buildings that were supposed to be vacant, that people were setting up shop in. Like, nobody was supposed to be in these buildings. Like, I was like, the way people twist these stories to make things look a certain way, it's scary, man. No, you could have one thing that happens, no matter what it is, and you can totally spin it to, it always makes me think of the time they tried to assassinate Trump, and the headline was, Trump fell at an event. He fell? Well, didn't he? No, he got down because he was shot at, and it nicked his ear. Like, what?
ICE isn't a masked Gestapo or the Nazis just indiscriminately rounding people up. That was a criminally based intelligence law enforcement mission that was done by the FBI, Border Patrol, and Homeland Security investigations. It was a great operation that the city of Chicago.
Why wasn't all this stuff going on when Obama was deporting people? I want to know. Why? Is it just because he's on the left? Because he's Democrat? Like, why? Doesn't make any sense. He's deported more people than Trump. So why wasn't going on then?
Take any action on that apartment complex where you'd had known gang members, Trinidad and Tobago, which are terrorists, terrorizing that neighborhood. And we went ahead and we stepped in and we intervened. That's what people need to be focused on. They need to learn the facts and not listen to the rhetoric from the left.
Yeah, they're more concerned about the children being temporarily detained, not the fact that they were around in the same apartment complex of Trinidad and Agua, a known terrorist organization that the president has declared.
Wow.
You stay safe out there. We appreciate you coming on.
Thanks, Lawrence. Appreciate it.
Good Lord, man. Oh my God, things have gotten scarier and scarier for ICE agents. I had to see what Tom Homan was talking about. I gotta take a look at what he's talking about. I'm sure he's spoken on this, or someone from ICE has spoken on this. I saw this too. Let me
Let's
see what this one is here. Actually, no, I'm just gonna play it.
That cartels, gangs, and terror groups have put bounties on the heads of federal immigration agents.
Plans to ambush them and to kill them. We have specific officers and agents that have bounties that have been put out on their heads. It's been $2,000 to kidnap them, $10,000 to kill them. They've released their pictures, and it's an extremely dangerous situation and unprecedented.
Noam also saying the groups are targeting agents that are being, quote, extremely effective.
Wow. This is wild. I don't even know what to say. I assume they're just going to have to ramp up the security of those teams, whether it's National Guard with them, whether it's military with them, snipers on the roof like they had with that one dude. I need to find out more about this. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you think about this situation.